Well, hello, welcome to Drawing with Fire. I am Valarie, your neighborhood pyrography artist. I'm joined with hubby.
Okay.
And he's got his cannon under control.
Nose cannon.
His nose cannon's taken care of, and if you don't know what we're talking about, the Super Toasties do. Hey, Spence, Mike, Andrea, Burl. I know I saw Gila. Let's see here. Kathy. Who else we got? I don't want to miss nobody. Did I get Spence? Oh, I already done that. Alrighty, so we are going to work on the foreground grass that's close to the horse's nose, and we can see it. So I'll back it off so you guys can see. I put a lot into it, building it up and just filling it in. Still not anywhere close to being done, but we can start seeing the horse coming up. Alrighty, so let's zoom in and let me get it angled so you can kind of see how the tip is going. Alrighty, hopefully this is a good angle. There we go. And I'm going to go ahead and start. I'm looking at my photo. Good.
I know you checked it.
I did.
But I gotta check it.
Yes, you gotta check it. Let you do it. Okay. Alright, so we're going to start off actually with the extra large ball tip because it does a really good job of running smooth. More so than the other ball tips, and it's just because it's a larger area touching the wood. And I think I'm going to go ahead and do that, but before I start, I do see that I have some white flowers, just some dots that I want to put in so I don't lose them. And it'll give me an idea of how things are moving around. So we'll put those in real quick. Not all of them are on the top. Some of them.
I was focused on the sound check.
What's wrong?
Hey,
Wanda.
Did you say hi to everybody?
Yes, I did. Okay. Yes, I did. So we are actually going to burn over the lines that I have put for the stems because I only did one line instead of having two. It's less to erase, and I can make it as thick as I want versus what we got going on here. So we got some white just as visual. There we go. Alright. So I've got my extra large ball tip. It's heated up to 4. It may actually be a little too big. Now you'll see my hand go up like this a couple of times. And that's because the window's open and we've got a wonderful rainstorm and breeze coming in, and I don't want the breeze to cool off my tip. Let's get started. We're going to do this big one. I'm actually going to start down here at the base. That way, if I'm too dark, I can cool it off, and then I can just run up, and I can thicken it. Now, if you don't have this tip, you can use the small spear shader as well. So we'll get that in there. Now this is not as dark as our background, so I don't want to go too heavy. And then we have our flower head up here at the top. Let's see here. I'm going to pull out a smaller photo just so I can have something closer to look at. Hey Kathy.
That's weird.
What's that?
Look at our performance grid.
Who knows? As long as they can hear us and see us and we're going, that's all I care about. Alright, so for these flower heads, I'm actually going to go with dots because that's the type of flowers these are. So I'm going to follow the direction of the flower.
Joe Bell is here from
Hi,
Texas.
Joe Bell.
Says howdy from Texas.
Howdy.
Wanda wants to know what tip you're using.
This is the 19 extra large ball tip. So I'm going around the white that I laid down. And look at that. We got a flower that quickly. And we have to zoom in.
You know how we upped our internet?
Yeah. Does it sound good for everybody? We
Make
doubled our internet.
Make a like a hand motion that's unique.
Oh,
so that
do I need
so
to?
I can track the delay. Okay.
There. That's what you're asking for. Alright. So let's do another flower. Now these flowers are going to have more detail than the back ones because they're closer to the camera. So we need to keep that in mind when I'm off camera as you're trying to.
It's a 10-second delay.
10-second delay?
Yeah, normally it was like 20 to 30 seconds.
Oh.
That's cool.
Good.
That's like optimum.
Good, good, good. So just using dots. I'm just going to use the texture of dots. And then I can darken some areas in the back. Do some negative burning to pop it out more. And wherever I put the pen down longer, it'll be a darker burn. And I do need some darker, even within these dots. Now put those together a little bit. Kind of shape it. Get some lighter in here. And then our stem is a lighter stem. So we're going to quickly move. And once I erase, you'll be able to see better what's going on. We got a flower here. Let's get our base in. Just tapping in. We don't have to sit here and put every flower head in, every little bud, because if we do that, then it gets too busy and doesn't make sense as well. But we do need these flowers. Yeah, make it a little taller. And then this stem. In fact, this was a completely different flower, but you know what? Who cares? This stem.
Teresa says that looks really great.
Oh, good. Thank you. Bring that in. Now, this is in front of this, so we need to make sure we burn the stem behind it.
Shirley says she likes the camera set at this distance. She can see all the detail.
Okay, good, Shirley. Hey, Shirley. Alright, get the hair out of the way. Here we go. Now, we have another one of these. I don't know what these flowers are. They're just little.
Teresa says yes to me too. I guess this is the distance that you gotta be at.
Alrighty. Tap that in. And look at that. Look how quickly we have flowers without even really doing a whole lot. We didn't have to sit here and put in every little bud. Now we have some crossover. So quickly move this. Let's make up some of this information, because actually I didn't transfer every line because I didn't want it overly heavy with graphite.
Burl says they look like the little seed head that is on top of a weed.
Yeah.
I think that, isn't that kind of what they are?
It's very possible. Or it can be more like, I can't think of the word. Because if we look further down right here, these actually have a bit of stem. So I'm going to tap, drag.
Teresa, you're getting buffering. That is not us, that is you.
Oh, okay. I hope not, because we doubled our internet speed.
Yeah.
We go faster now.
But I will be on it to make sure, but I haven't experienced any buffering. And I'm watching both the monitor that's pushing out the video to YouTube, and I'm monitoring on a separate device.
Alright, this stem actually goes in front of this flower. You see, drag, tap, and then as it looks more towards us, it's more a tap. Because when something is that's thin, whether it's a stem, a stick, hair, fur, when you look at it long ways, you see all of it. But as you turn it and it turns more towards you, you only see the end of it. So not everything is going to show. So those will just be taps. And then as it moves away, then got some more lines going on. And luckily with this one, we don't have to go heavy. We just have to give the illusion. As long as it's got the illusion of flowers, all of this burning will make sense. So that helps. So drag this across, bring it up, bring the stem up. We have some leaves that we'll look at as well. So over here, I can stick with this pen. Should be able to. I've done some negative burning around to create the shape of the leaf. So that's what we have going on here. Again, if you don't have a ball tip like this, or even a smaller ball tip will work, you can use your spear shader. Anything with a point will help you get the shape you're looking for. So let's get this up in here. Alrighty. So right here we got some leaves. Looking at my monochromatic photo, we don't see detail. This is just a lighter shade. So we'll just do some squigglies in here. Get some lighter. Because we got the dark burn behind, it should push it forward.
Stephen Bunch says, looking great.
Thank you, Stephen. Hello. So we don't need a whole lot of detail. And because we got this darker burning in the back, it helps pop these forward. Excuse me. Let's bring our stem down, do some squiggly. And then right here where the lips are, we do have some dark, so let's put some dark in. Again, I'm set at 3.5 actually. This pen holds good heat, and I've got to do this real quickly.
What are you doing? Oh, gotcha.
Pulling my bangs back so I can actually see. Ah, and then it falls. Sorry guys. Don't want to burn my hair, and I actually want to see it burning. It probably looks bad, but...
Bro, she's off screen because she's messing with her hair.
Oh. Well, is she talking about me or the burning? I think she's talking about the burning, maybe.
That's I took you around.
All right.
I've been watching.
Let me angle it.
Been watching it.
There we go. So is that better? All right. So we need to get some more of that dark in here.
Wanda says your 3.5 burns darker than hers.
Remember, everything for an Optima is handmade. So the adjustments might be slight. That's why I do highly recommend doing a test board. Pick your favorite pens if you've got too many pens. And do your test on the main wood that you use. And just go from, say, 1/2 to 5.5, because anything higher, just you can't tell the difference in the burn because of the heat. And then that way you'll know about what your heat settings work at. Now I'm also burning a poplar. Poplar, like basswood, requires less heat. Alright, so getting in some of these darks in the back. And these will have to be darkened up. But for now, this is fine. So just by going darker here, hopefully, I can get that lighter stem in, because this is a lighter stem.
Spence says you can never have too many pens.
No, you can't. The main pens I've actually been using on this one is the 18 extra large spear shader, the 18 small spear shader, now the ball tip extra large, and I have used the 3B shader a couple times. So all I'm doing is doing some negative burning so that I can have more plant shapes. Like this is another leaf, so if I burn it right, it should look like a leaf. And I can squiggle over it, and all I'm doing is, like, think of it as tinting, because we can't see every little shadow on that leaf. We just can't see it. It's too small. So if I squiggle, it gives it some burning. It tones it because it's not the largest part. Looking at my monochromatic photo. sepia, black and white, all that helps you to see. So right here we do have more of the horse's mouth. Then it goes into flowers. And again, I've done a lot of scribbling to create flowers. See?
I just thought you meant
No, to create the flowers. Because we don't have to see everything. I'm looking for... Now, this will be lighter, this stem, when I erase some of that graphite. Because the graphite does tint the burn. You can use the color. So when I erase, it actually looks lighter. Because it is lighter. It doesn't have the graphite underneath. I may have to do this a couple of times. I may also have to, I know I'm going to have to wipe down with denatured alcohol. Just to pull any extra.
Wanda says, well done scribbling.
Well done.
Burl says, Spence, we should have tried burning the magnifying glass the last couple days. Remember, because of the heat there.
Oh, I know. I hope you guys, well, they obviously made it. They're with us for the live.
That's true.
We were worried about you guys staying cool.
Yep.
Alright, so this is a little thicker. So I'll go next to that line. Move quickly. And now when I burn dark around it, let's see here. We're going to make up some foliage. Let's see here. So we got...
Kathy Graham says it's looking great.
Thank you. So I'm just moving very quickly. I have not adjusted my heat. It's because I'm moving my pen.
Well, Wanda left her denatured alcohol in Florida.
Uh-oh. Luckily, Home Depot, Walmart, I believe Walmart. Trying to think of what she's down there. So use lightly, moving quickly. And then I can darken it where I want a little bit more shape to it. And we start getting more of a stem. And because I've been bouncing around and doing some negative burning, I have more shapes. And I want to show this because right now you guys are looking like really close to it. Most people aren't going to be looking at it very close.
That's true.
But when I back it up, it just looks like foliage. You're not looking at all the details. The shapes are there. The contrast is there, and it needs more. It needs more contrast. And then between the shapes and the contrast, that's what's going to make it feel the most real. Because nobody's going to be looking at it, other than like people like me, like that. It's just not how it works. That's not how most people look at art. There we go. I am sitting at an angle. So we don't have to sit there and put each and every leaf exactly the way it is in the photo.
When you're in a gallery situation, most people will look at art probably about double arm length. And then if they want to see a detail, they'll move in probably to a couple feet if they're really curious about it. But there's this, like, I don't know, it's almost like an unwritten rule. Like, you can't get too close to the art because you might not be cool or something.
Oh, I didn't know that rule. I always get right up on it because I want to see what they did. But that's me.
Next time you're in a gallery,
that's my brain.
Pay attention. You see, most people won't break that distance.
That's
like,
true.
They don't want to, I don't know, appear too interested, or maybe they're afraid of like getting too close to the art. I don't know. There's a stigma there or something.
Or that they can't get close to the art, that somebody's going to yell at them.
Right. I have always thought that, I mean, it's kind of difficult because you seal your art, and you don't really want people getting their
I'm gonna
oils from
switch
their
pens.
fingers all over it. But it would be, I think, pyrography would be an interesting medium for people who are not sighted.
I don't get mad at them for touching my art because it is varnished. They're not going to hurt it. They're
Right.
not going to do anything to it other than, knock it off the wall and break the frame or the glass. They're not going to do anything. So I don't care if they touch my art.
Right. I just think with all the texture and stuff, it would be
Yeah.
interesting for somebody who.
But not everybody burns like that. Like right now, if you touch this, are your hands clean?
Yeah, of course they are. Maybe.
All right, fine. Even though that's dark, just rub your finger right there. How much texture do you actually feel?
Hold on, let me see what I feel. It's foliage. Oh, there's a horse.
Now close your eyes.
Love you.
Now close your eyes.
Okay. I feel the air. You're gonna hit me with the board, aren't you?
No, I was turning it, but never mind. You messed it up. I wanted to turn it so that your brain didn't know what you were looking at.
But my senses aren't calibrated like that. I think somebody who was, had their senses heightened.
Oh, I switched pens.
But what did you switch to?
I switched to my 18 small.
Greg's here.
Hey, Greg.
Says, yo, toasties.
You. All right. See, I can use the extra or the small. The extra small will work too. I haven't liked the extra small on the poplar, but that's me. There we go. I'm actually getting used to the poplar. Sometimes when you're used to burning on one surface, when you add a new surface, it can throw you off a little bit. But I am back on, so I'm not minding this poplar. But we'll see once I finish and I see how it varnishes and how the burn looks, then I'll know. Alright, so I'm just using the tip. That's all I'm doing. Drag for some of the stems. Moving around. I'm at the same temperature, 3.5. Push some of these back. So just using the tip, I have to be careful because I know that's going to burn darker. So we'll do some negative burn to get some of these stems in.
I think that distance from art that people, I think it's a fear of damaging the art.
It's a fear of getting yelled at.
Yeah. From when we were kids.
Yep.
That's how you can tell an artist in an art gallery. Because they're all up on the piece. Like, oh, she's an artist. Why is she looking at me? Valarie!
I don't look the wood.
Yeah, apparently Mike watches Baumgartner art restoration.
Oh, yeah,
as well.
I do too.
Yeah, I do too.
Yeah. He does a wonderful job. So just dragging. I'm just making random strokes. Some of it will need to be darker, but it's not a big deal. Let's see here. What do I got here? Where am I?
I don't know.
See, looking at it, this is mostly stems, so I can just drag. Make sure I get different directions, because the grass is never laying all like little soldiers, so we need to make sure we cross, fill it in. We're gonna go back. I'm gonna go back and adjust. So drag. I'll go back and adjust some of the contrast later. Let's fill in a little bit of this. Well, this will be the last live on the horse.
Yeah.
Yeah, unless a whole bunch of people tell me they're confused and need a little bit more, this is the last.
Kathy Grimes is here.
Yes, we said hi to Kathy. Oh, no, she came back?
Yeah.
Hi, Kathy. She just wanted 2 highs. That's what it was.
You can spare another eye.
So we have a stem going across. Again, I'm just using the tip and moving very quickly. And as I put more of this in, I will definitely adjust so it doesn't look so uniform. It says adjusting is just going over some areas more. Maybe darkening it. And this is how you would do grass as well, just regular grass. Grass that is closer to the camera, you see a little bit more of. Grass is further back, you see in the shadow.
Oh, thank you for all the likes, everybody. Appreciate that. It helps us out. Helps Valarie out quite a lot.
Yes, it does. Thank you. Alright, move around.
Oh, we got our thumbs down.
Oh! Our thumb down showed up, huh?
Yeah.
They must have missed us.
Welcome back. We haven't seen you for like 2 weeks.
Yeah, it's been a couple weeks. They must have missed us. Alright.
Worried about you.
See, right there, it looks messy. It looks uneven and messy, but when I turn this the right way and I pull back, it just looks like grass.
But that's life, Valarie. Life
Let me
is
try to
uneven and messy. You're just emulating life.
Let me fix the focus on this. That's us. I didn't fix us. That means... Sorry, I'm just trying to fix the focus real quick. Work with me. It's not you. I'm trying to fix the camera. Okay. No, there it is. There we go. Let's get this autofocus off. I don't use the autofocus for this very reason. Alright, there we go. There we go. Now it's all clear. So now you can see that it just looks like grass as a whole and not as an individual. Because the horse isn't in one blade of grass after one blade of grass. It's in a mass. So we want it to look like a mass. So let's get in and we'll do a little bit more. See, right here it looks too uniform. So I use the edge of my pen, push some of it back with the darks, push it back. We don't need as much as that. We do need some lights to stay. And where things overlap, there is going to be shadow. Like we have this right here. Let's just put it together. It can be a bendy piece of grass. Just with the tip, I'm just bouncing around. So this grass is kind of flowing this way. This is going this way. And really, I'm just squiggling. Just squiggling. We're running my tip back and forth without lifting. Almost like fur. Grass is relatively easy, but it is very tedious to get it to look the way you want it.
I'm going to hit you with a wisdom bomb.
Oh no.
Grass is just fur for the ground. Boom, Valarie. You're welcome.
That is a true statement in texture, yes. Grass is just fur for the ground. But we do burn it a little differently. Kind of. Actually, no, not really. Push some of this back. Some of that's a little too bright. Make that a little darker. Let's erase some of this. And if I don't like the shape that it's coming out as, because it's grass, I just keep burning and working it until I like it. I don't have to keep it this way. Because right there it kind of looks like a little flower that I've made. Let's see here. Yeah, let's push it back. I don't like it. Let's see here. Although the grass. So this grass is supposed to be coming over like this. So what we'll do is we shall push it over that way.
How much longer do you want to run?
Well, as I'm doing this, let's go ahead and get any questions.
Okay.
Just that way. Next week, I think I'm trying to figure out what it's going to be. We are going to work on a very beginner project. Get that started. Push some of this. Some of that back.
Next week starts a new month, doesn't it?
It does.
Oh, okay.
Yep, the 1st is Thursday.
So we're doing the new formatting then?
Some of it.
Okay.
So the first week of the month will be based on something most basic that everybody can feel comfortable doing. Because I know sometimes I overdo it and it feels too much for people.
Wait a minute, you overdo it? What? What? I've never heard that before. Oh, I'm sorry, should I talk to this? What? I'm talking to him. I never heard that before.
I'm sorry, I got an itch.
Yeah.
I got an itch.
Yeah.
So, I'm just waiting for any questions and then we'll finish up. Let's see here. This one is actually a curve. So let's go ahead and get that in. Alright, got some stems going on. Just keep working it. Now it looks more like less like a flower coming out, but
I know.
I just put it down and turned it off. It's not hot anymore.
Andrea says, thanks for being you. Why, thank you, Andrea.
Thank you.
Clearly she was talking to me.
She loves me. What you got to say about that?
Nothing.
I didn't think so. Let's back it up so we can see the hole as we're going. So it's slowly coming along. A lot more building of the darks, a lot more, like right here I've got too much of a detail for the flowers going on that I need to darken those like I was doing over here. Let's see here. I will keep working the foreground, which for this piece, the foreground goes like this. It's not a straight line. It moves around. We have some of these flowers over the lakes, so we gotta do those the way we did them here. And we got grasses that come forward and flowers that come forward, and then we got things we need to push back. So that's what that is going to entail. So it goes from more blurry, blurry, and then we start getting a little bit more detail right about here, with some sticking out with detail because of the perspective.
So Andrea says both of you. That's very, very nice of you to say, Andrea. I know that you're here for Valarie though.
Don't get all butthurt.
But Kathy says just got her Optima
Yay!
and started playing yesterday, so excited.
Hopefully you can feel the difference. Let's see here. So, yeah, I think next week we'll probably just do a small, simple flower. I think that's where my brain is heading for that.
Okay, simple flower.
Simple flower. Whoa!
What just happened there?
I need to get a new one of these. It's like really loosened up. I mean, I've been using this to live stream for 5 years now. So the turning and changing is just a replacement of that. Oop.
That's funny.
So Andrea is saying yes, flower. Okay, and I know Karen said flower. So yeah, we'll just do a very...
I can handle a flower.
Yes, we'll just do a small flower, one that I can finish in the whole live. Even if that means we go an hour, that's fine. But it's so we can start the piece and go to the end. The Super Toasties will have the pattern, because that's what they get. And so you'll need a small, I'm going to do either a 4x6 or 5x7 piece of wood, birch probably, I got to sand. And then we'll do the flower. And we'll go from there.
No. I'm doing my job, Burl.
What?
She says Jason needs to do the flower. Don't give her.
Do you guys want him to do the
Don't give her
flower?
any ideas. Don't.
But then I have to move the camera. Oh, Spence just seconded it. See, I have to move cameras to make this happen.
I can do a black and white one, and I can just like periodically check in.
What, are you talking about with graphite?
Sure.
Or did I just give you an opening?
What you talking about?
She has two Optimas. I think they want to...
Burl is just dropping all kinds of dimes. You got a handful of change over there, Burl?
She's just throwing it at the screen at you. Ooh. Burl's being spicy today.
Burl says,
probably from the
no,
heat.
you need to burn Jason. Mean, Burl. Mean.
She doesn't want me to burn you. She wants you to burn.
Oh. Sorry. Misinterpreted that.
She's saying she would like you to burn instead of using graphite.
Oh, okay. I don't know. If you can set it up. I don't know.
I can keep the camera like that because you can sit there.
Christmas. We did something like that.
We've done it a couple of times. I've also done it with Troy, and I did it with Missy, I believe, didn't I? Or no, it was with you. Missy was doing your job.
Yeah, that's right. Expand my horizons.
Oh, Sheila just came for you.
Jeez.
Spence, Burl, and Sheila have come for you.
Everybody stop picking on me.
Andrea got you,
They're
too.
after me.
Andrea got you, too.
Run away. Burn.
I will try to figure it out. That means I need 2 pieces of wood. That's just fine.
Okay. Alright, well.
I guess I could always give you... No, I need to give you a decent...
Thanks for roping me into this, chat.
They did it, not me. I didn't plant the seed. I didn't water the seed.
Oh, it's because of you.
How was it because of me? I did nothing.
Burl.
I did nothing. Burl. This is all... yeah, see, look. Alright, so I may keep the camera angle like this, which means you're going to be working here. Do you guys want to see what he's doing, or you just want him to be burning at the same time? I've got a couple of dual
check.
pins.
I can burn over here, and then I can check in and burn over here. Like
that way I don't have to move the camera.
They don't want to see my garbage technique, right?
Actually, they probably do, so that they don't feel like...
Ouch! Ouch! Finish that sentence. Finish it.
I love you.
Say what you mean.
I love you.
I love you too.
Oop.
Uh-huh.
They just want to see where you're coming from.
I've burned before.
Oh, Sheila, oh.
Right.
Yeah, you've burned a couple of times.
Wow. You guys have a lot of power, don't you?
The Super Toasties, yes, they do. That's part of being a Super Toastie.
Just having...
Yes.
Like...
The point being is if I can teach you to burn a simple flower, they can do it too.
Do it.
The point being that if you can burn a simple flower based on what I'm telling you, they too can do it.
Yes, that is true.
Okay?
I've watched you, and
we've been doing this for 6 years.
You're like watching the Olympics. I'm like, oh, that looks easy. I could do that.
Okay, but I've trained 15 and a half years for the
when you
Olympics.
actually are on the slope and tumbling down the hill, you're like, it looked easier on TV.
Okay, but I've trained for 15 and a half years.
I know.
I think it just will help give them more
Of
confidence.
a different kind.
Yes, you're an artist of a different kind.
I'm not so good artist.
That's not true. That's not what I'm saying.
I know.
But even you, who works works in another medium, has to learn how to do it from the beginning.
Yes, I do.
That is the point.
Okay.
Is that the point, guys?
I think so. I think that's the point.
Alrighty, so next week we will do a flower. If we don't get any more questions, they've already sucked you in enough, so.
Thanks, guys.
If we got everything else, you know what to say with me. I guess that means you too, huh? You're awesome. You can do this.
I don't know.
Why? Because you're a pyro artist.
I don't know about
Happy
that.
burning. Don't forget to subscribe. See you next week. Bye. You gonna be okay?
Yeah.
You sure? You'll live?
I have to, don't I?
I love you.